Chapter 1. The Early Life of Adam Smith. Adam Smith was born in a small Scottish town called Kirkcaldy, near Edinburgh, on June 5, 1723. His father, also named Adam Smith, was a lawyer and a customs officer. Sadly, he passed away 2 months before Adam was born. His mother, Margaret Douglas, raised young Adam by herself. As a child, Adam was very curious and loved to read books. He was especially interested in history, science, and philosophy. His mother noticed his love for learning and decided to give him the best education possible. So, she enrolled him in the Burgh School of Kirkcaldy. This was a well-known school in Scotland, where Adam studied subjects like Latin, mathematics, and writing. Adam proved to be a brilliant student, and his teachers were very impressed by his intelligence and hard work. When he was only 14 years old, he won a scholarship to study at the University of Glasgow. This was an incredible opportunity for someone so young. Adam's mother was very proud and supported him as he left home to pursue his education. At the University of Glasgow, Adam Smith studied a wide range of subjects. He took classes in mathematics, natural sciences, logic, and moral philosophy. He was particularly fascinated by the teachings of his professor, Francis Hutcheson. Hutcheson was a great thinker who believed in the importance of personal freedom and the power of kindness. These ideas would later influence Adam Smith's own theories on economics and society. After studying at Glasgow for 3 years, Adam Smith won another scholarship. This time, it was to study at the prestigious Balliol College at the University of Oxford in England. While at Oxford, Adam continued to explore various subjects, focusing on the classics, modern languages, and philosophy. However, Adam Smith was not very happy with the quality of education at Oxford. He felt that the professors were not as enthusiastic about teaching as those at the University of Glasgow. Nevertheless, he made the best of his time there and continued to develop his love for learning. In summary, Adam Smith's early life was defined by his curiosity, intelligence, and passion for education. His experiences at the Burgh School of Kirkcaldy, the University of Glasgow, and the University of Oxford, which shaped the foundations of his future work as a philosopher and economist. During his time at the University of Glasgow, Adam Smith was exposed to many new ideas and perspectives. He was deeply influenced by the Scottish Enlightenment, a period of intellectual and cultural growth in Scotland. This movement encouraged people to use reason, logic, and evidence to understand the world around them. The Scottish Enlightenment had a significant impact on Adam's thinking and would later shape his groundbreaking theories. One of Adam's favourite subjects at Glasgow was moral philosophy. He attended lectures by Francis Hutcheson, a leading figure of the Scottish Enlightenment. Hutcheson believed that humans had a natural sense of compassion and empathy towards others, and he emphasized the importance of moral values in society. These ideas resonated with Adam and inspired him to think about the role of ethics in economics. After completing his studies at Glasgow, Adam Smith moved on to Balliol College at the University of Oxford, thanks to a scholarship he received. However, his experience at Oxford was not as fulfilling as he had hoped. He found the teaching methods to be outdated and the professors to be less engaging than those at Glasgow. Despite these challenges, Adam made the most of his time at Oxford and continued to expand his knowledge. While at Oxford, Adam spent a lot of time in the library, reading about different subjects and deepening his understanding of various topics. He developed a strong interest in the works of philosophers such as David Hume and John Locke, as well as political thinkers like Montesquieu. These thinkers would have a lasting impact on Adam's ideas about individual freedom, government, and the role of the market in society. Adam Smith's time at both Glasgow and Oxford allowed him to develop a strong intellectual foundation. Although he faced some challenges at Oxford, he remained dedicated to his education and continued to learn from a variety of sources. His exposure to the Scottish Enlightenment and influential thinkers helped shape his views on morality, economics, and the role of the individual in society. These experiences would later inform his groundbreaking works, The Theory of Moral Sentiments and The Wealth of Nations. After completing his studies at the University of Oxford, Adam Smith returned to Scotland in 1746. He was now 23 years old and eager to start his career. Adam's reputation as a brilliant thinker had already spread among the intellectual circles in Scotland, and he was soon offered a position as a public lecturer in Edinburgh. He accepted the offer and began giving lectures on various subjects, including rhetoric, literature, and economics. Adam Smith's lectures were well received, and he quickly gained a reputation as an engaging and knowledgeable speaker. His audience included many prominent members of Scottish society, and his ideas began to influence the way people thought about economics and human behaviour. In 1751, at the age of 27, Adam was offered a prestigious position as a professor of logic at the University of Glasgow. He eagerly accepted the position and moved back to the city where his intellectual journey had begun. A year later, he was promoted to the chair of moral philosophy, a position previously held by his mentor, Francis Hutcheson. As a professor, Adam Smith continued to explore his interests in ethics, human behaviour, and economics. He was an inspiring teacher, and his students admired his passion for learning and his ability to explain complex ideas in simple language. He encouraged his students to think critically, question established beliefs, and use evidence to support their ideas. During his time as a professor, Adam began working on his first major book, The Theory of Moral Sentiments. Published in 1759, this work explored the nature of morality and the role of empathy in human behaviour. The book was well received and further established Adam Smith as a leading thinker of his time. In 1764, Adam Smith received an opportunity to travel as the private tutor of the young Duke of Buccleuch. This allowed him to explore Europe, meet other intellectuals, and learn about different economic systems. The experience had a profound impact on his thinking, and it laid the groundwork for his magnum opus, The Wealth of Nations. In conclusion, Adam Smith's early career in Scotland played a significant role in shaping his ideas and theories. His experiences as a public lecturer, a professor at the University of Glasgow, and a private tutor allowed him to deepen his understanding of economics, human behaviour, and morality. These experiences would later inform his most famous works and cement his status as the father of modern economics. Chapter 2. The Theory of Moral Sentiments. The Theory of Moral Sentiments, published in 1759, was Adam Smith's first major work. In this book, he explored the nature of morality, human behaviour, and the role of emotions in shaping our moral judgments. Although Adam Smith is best known for his economic theories, the theory of moral sentiments provided important insights into his views on human nature and ethics. These ideas would later influence his thoughts on economics and society. The main theme of the theory of moral sentiments is the idea that our moral judgments are based on our ability to empathize with others. Smith believed that humans have a natural capacity for empathy, which he called sympathy. This sympathy allows us to put ourselves in another person's position and feel what they feel. It is this ability to share emotions and experiences that forms the basis of our moral judgments and our sense of right and wrong. In the book, Smith argues that our sense of morality is not purely based on reason or logic. Instead, it is a complex interplay between our emotions, our ability to empathize with others, and the social norms and values that we learn from our surroundings. This perspective was groundbreaking at the time, as it challenged the dominant view that morality was a product of rational thought. The theory of moral sentiments is organized into 7 parts, each discussing different aspects of morality, human behavior, and social interaction. Throughout the book, Smith uses a combination of philosophy, psychology, and real-life examples to illustrate his ideas and make them accessible to a wide audience. By exploring the nature of morality and the role of empathy in human behavior, the theory of moral sentiments provided important insights into the human condition. These ideas would later form the basis for Adam Smith's groundbreaking economic theories as he sought to understand how individuals, driven by their emotions and moral values, interact within a market-based society. In the theory of moral sentiments, Adam Smith delves into the concept of sympathy and its role in moral judgment. According to Smith, sympathy is our innate ability to feel and share the emotions of others. It is through this emotional connection that we are able to evaluate and make judgments about the actions and behavior of others. Smith believed that when we observe the actions of another person, we naturally imagine ourselves in their position. By putting ourselves in their shoes, we are able to feel the emotions they might be experiencing. It is this shared emotional experience that allows us to form moral judgments about the rightness or wrongness of their actions. For example, when we see someone being kind and generous to others, we can imagine the happiness and gratitude that the recipients of their kindness might feel. This shared emotional experience leads us to view the kind person's actions as morally good. Conversely, when we see someone causing harm or pain to others, we can imagine the suffering and distress that their actions might cause. This emotional connection makes us view their actions as morally wrong. According to Smith, our ability to sympathize with others is not limited to people we know personally. We can also sympathize with strangers or even fictional characters. This capacity for empathy and emotional connection is a crucial aspect of our social nature and plays a central role in shaping our moral judgments. In addition to sympathy, Smith also argued that our moral judgments are influenced by societal norms and values. We learn these norms from the people around us, and they help shape our understanding of what is morally right and wrong. These norms can vary between different cultures and societies, leading to different moral values and judgments. However, Smith believed that there were certain universal moral principles that all humans share. These principles are rooted in our ability to empathize with others and form the foundation of our moral judgments. In summary, Adam Smith's The Theory of Moral Sentiments argues that our moral judgments are based on our ability to sympathize with others and share their emotions. This capacity for empathy, combined with the social norms and values we learn from our environment, forms the basis of our understanding of morality and guides our judgments of right and wrong. In The Theory of Moral Sentiments, Adam Smith also discusses the importance of virtues and their role in shaping individual behavior and society as a whole. He believed that moral virtues are crucial for maintaining social harmony and fostering cooperation among people. According to Smith, virtues can be divided into 2 categories, personal and social. Personal virtues are qualities that individuals possess for their own benefit, such as prudence, self-control, and wisdom. These virtues help individuals make wise decisions, avoid harmful actions, and lead a fulfilling life. On the other hand, social virtues are qualities that individuals possess for the benefit of others and society as a whole. These virtues include benevolence, justice, and compassion. By practicing social virtues, individuals can contribute to the well-being of others and help maintain social harmony. Smith argued that the practice of virtues is closely connected to our ability to sympathize with others. When we are able to empathize with the emotions and experiences of others, we are more likely to act in ways that are beneficial to them and to society as a whole. This emotional connection motivates us to practice virtues and uphold moral standards. The role of society in shaping our moral values and virtues is also emphasized in the theory of moral sentiments. Smith believed that individuals are not born with a fixed set of moral values. Rather, they learn and develop these values through social interactions and experiences. Society plays a crucial role in teaching individuals about the importance of virtues and the consequences of their actions. Smith also recognized that different societies might have different moral values and standards, as they are influenced by factors such as culture, religion, and historical context. However, he believed that certain fundamental moral principles, such as the importance of empathy and the practice of virtues, are universal and shared by all human beings. In conclusion, Adam Smith's The Theory of Moral Sentiments highlights the importance of virtues and the role of society in shaping our moral values. By practicing virtues and empathizing with others, individuals can contribute to social harmony and the well-being of their community. This understanding of morality and human behavior would later influence Smith's economic theories as he sought to explore the ways in which individuals interact within a market-based society. Chapter 3. The Wealth of Nations. The Wealth of Nations, published in 1776, is Adam Smith's most famous work and a foundational text in the field of economics. In this book, Smith explored the principles of economic growth, the division of labor, and the role of free markets in promoting prosperity. His ideas have had a profound impact on economic theory and policy, earning him the title of the Father of Economics. The full title of the book is An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations, which reflects Smith's motivation to understand the factors that contribute to the economic success of nations. He was particularly interested in identifying the policies and institutions that could promote prosperity and improve the living standards of the population. At the time of its publication, the dominant economic theory was mercantilism, which emphasized the accumulation of wealth through trade surpluses and the acquisition of gold and silver. Mercantilist policies often involved protectionist measures, such as tariffs and subsidies, to promote domestic industries and discourage imports. However, Adam Smith believed that mercantilism was a flawed approach to economic growth. He argued that the true source of a nation's wealth was not the accumulation of gold and silver, but rather the productivity of its labor force. By increasing productivity and promoting efficient resource allocation, nations could achieve higher levels of output and prosperity. To support his argument, Smith introduced several key concepts in The Wealth of Nations, such as the division of labor, the invisible hand, and the benefits of free trade. He also provided a detailed analysis of various economic systems and their impact on productivity, wages, and living standards. Throughout the book, Smith used real-world examples and empirical evidence to illustrate his ideas and make his arguments more accessible to a wide audience. His clear writing style and logical organization of ideas helped The Wealth of Nations become a highly influential text in the field of economics. In summary, Adam Smith's motivation for writing The Wealth of Nations was to explore the nature and causes of economic prosperity. By challenging the prevailing mercantilist ideas and introducing groundbreaking concepts, Smith laid the foundation for modern economic theory and the study of the market-based economy. One of the key concepts introduced by Adam Smith in The Wealth of Nations is the division of labour, which he argued was a crucial factor in increasing productivity and promoting economic growth. The division of labour refers to the process by which tasks and responsibilities are divided among specialised workers, each focusing on a specific aspect of the production process. Smith believed that dividing labour into specialised tasks allowed workers to become more efficient and skilled at their jobs, leading to increased productivity. He illustrated this idea with a famous example of a pin factory. In the factory, instead of each worker producing an entire pin from start to finish, the production process is divided into several smaller tasks, such as drawing out the wire, cutting it, sharpening the point, and attaching the head. By focusing on a specific task, each worker can become highly skilled and efficient, leading to a dramatic increase in the number of pins produced. The division of labour also encourages innovation and technological advancements, as workers and entrepreneurs look for ways to improve the efficiency of their specialised tasks. This can lead to the development of new tools and machinery, further increasing productivity and driving economic growth. However, Smith also acknowledged that the division of labour could have some negative consequences, such as the potential for worker alienation and the loss of craftsmanship. He believed that the benefits of increased productivity and economic growth outweighed these drawbacks, but he also emphasized the importance of education and social policies to address these issues. In addition to the division of labour, Smith also discussed the factors that influence productivity, such as the availability of capital and the accumulation of knowledge. He argued that investments in infrastructure, education, and technology could help increase productivity and support economic growth. Overall, the concept of the division of labour and its impact on productivity is a central theme in The Wealth of Nations. By highlighting the benefits of specialisation and the importance of investing in human capital and innovation, Adam Smith laid the foundation for our modern understanding of economic growth and development. Another groundbreaking concept introduced by Adam Smith in The Wealth of Nations is the idea of free markets and the invisible hand. Smith argued that markets, when allowed to function freely without excessive government intervention, could efficiently allocate resources and promote economic growth. This idea challenged the prevailing mercantilist policies of the time, which often involved protectionism and heavy government regulation. According to Smith, a free market is one in which individuals are free to buy, sell, and produce goods and services without government interference, except for enforcing basic rules and protecting property rights. In a free market, prices are determined by the forces of supply and demand, which help allocate resources to their most productive uses. The invisible hand is a metaphor used by Smith to describe the self-regulating nature of a free market. He believed that when individuals pursue their own self-interest, they unintentionally promote the overall well-being of society. This is because, in a competitive market, producers must create goods and services that consumers want at the lowest possible cost to remain profitable. As a result, resources are allocated efficiently, and the overall standard of living improves. Smith also argued that free markets encourage innovation and technological advancements, as producers and entrepreneurs look for ways to improve their products and lower their costs. This drive for innovation and efficiency further contributes to economic growth and prosperity. One of the most important implications of the invisible hand concept is the idea that government intervention in the economy should be limited. Smith believed that excessive regulation could disrupt the natural functioning of markets and reduce economic efficiency. However, he also recognized that there were certain situations in which government intervention might be necessary, such as providing public goods or addressing market failures. In conclusion, the concepts of free markets and the invisible hand are central themes in The Wealth of Nations. By advocating for minimal government intervention and emphasizing the self-regulating nature of markets, Adam Smith challenged the dominant mercantilist ideas of his time and laid the foundation for classical and modern economic theory. His insights into the workings of market economies continue to influence economic policy and our understanding of the world today. Chapter 4. Contributions to Economics. One of Adam Smith's most significant contributions to economics is his advocacy for laissez-faire policies and economic freedom. Laissez-faire, a French term meaning let do or let go, is an economic philosophy that emphasizes minimal government intervention in the economy and maximum individual freedom. Smith believed that the best way to promote economic growth and prosperity was to allow individuals and businesses to operate freely, without excessive regulations or restrictions. He argued that when people are free to make their own economic decisions, they are more likely to pursue activities that benefit both themselves and society as a whole. This idea is closely connected to the concept of the invisible hand, which suggests that individuals pursuing their self-interest can inadvertently promote the common good. By promoting economic freedom, Smith argued that markets would be more efficient, innovative, and responsive to consumer needs. Producers would have the freedom to adapt to changing market conditions, experiment with new technologies, and enter new markets. Similarly, consumers would have the freedom to choose from a wider variety of goods and services, leading to increased competition and lower prices. Smith's advocacy for laissez-faire policies and economic freedom also extended to international trade. He was a strong proponent of free trade, arguing that it would promote global economic growth and efficiency. By eliminating trade barriers and allowing the free flow of goods and services, countries could specialize in the production of goods in which they have a comparative advantage, leading to increased productivity and wealth for all. However, Smith did not argue for complete absence of government involvement in the economy. He recognized that there were certain situations where government intervention was necessary, such as providing public goods, enforcing laws, and addressing market failures. He also believed that governments had a role in ensuring a basic level of education and social welfare for their citizens. In summary, Adam Smith's advocacy for laissez-faire policies and economic freedom has had a lasting impact on the field of economics and the way we think about markets and government intervention. By emphasizing the importance of individual freedom and the self-regulating nature of markets, Smith helped lay the foundation for classical and modern economic theory, as well as shaping economic policy around the world. While Adam Smith was a strong advocate for laissez-faire policies and economic freedom, he also recognized the importance of a well-functioning state in ensuring the overall health and prosperity of an economy. In The Wealth of Nations, he outlined several key roles that the state should play in order to support economic growth and maintain a stable and just society. Protection of property rights. Smith believed that one of the primary responsibilities of the state was to protect the property rights of its citizens. This includes the enforcement of contracts, the prevention of theft and fraud, and the establishment of a fair and impartial legal system. Secure property rights are essential for encouraging investment, innovation, and economic growth, as they provide individuals with the confidence that their assets will be protected. Provision of public goods. Smith also recognized that there were certain goods and services that the market might fail to provide efficiently or at all. These public goods, such as infrastructure, national defense, and basic education, are essential for the smooth functioning of the economy and the well-being of society. Smith argued that it was the responsibility of the state to provide these goods, as they often have benefits that extend beyond the individuals who use them directly. Addressing market failures. In addition to providing public goods, Smith acknowledged that there were situations where markets might fail to allocate resources efficiently, and government intervention might be necessary. Examples of market failures include monopolies, externalities, and asymmetric information. In these cases, government policies such as regulations, taxes, or subsidies can help correct market failures and improve overall economic efficiency. Redistribution of wealth. While Smith believed in the power of markets to generate wealth and prosperity, he also recognized that they could lead to significant income inequalities. He argued that the state had a role in addressing these inequalities through the provision of social welfare programs and progressive taxation. By ensuring a basic level of economic security and opportunity for all citizens, the state can help maintain social cohesion and prevent unrest. Maintaining macroeconomic stability. Although the concept of macroeconomic stability was not fully developed in Smith's time, his ideas laid the groundwork for future economists to explore the role of the state in managing economic fluctuations. He recognized the importance of a stable currency and low inflation for maintaining a healthy economy, and suggested that the government should have some role in managing the money supply. In conclusion, Adam Smith's contributions to economics extend beyond his advocacy for laissez-faire policies and economic freedom. He also provided valuable insights into the role of the state in the economy, emphasizing the importance of property rights, public goods, and addressing market failures. These ideas have had a lasting impact on the field of economics and continue to shape our understanding of the relationship between markets and government intervention. Adam Smith's insights into international trade and the concept of comparative advantage have played a critical role in shaping modern economic theory and global trade policies. In The Wealth of Nations, he emphasized the benefits of free trade and specialization, arguing that countries should focus on producing goods and services in which they have a relative advantage over others. Smith's ideas on international trade were based on the principle of absolute advantage, which states that a country should specialize in producing goods and services that it can produce more efficiently than other countries. By specializing in areas where they have an absolute advantage, countries can increase their overall productivity and trade the surplus with other nations, leading to higher levels of wealth and prosperity for all. However, Smith's ideas on absolute advantage laid the groundwork for the development of the more advanced concept of comparative advantage by David Ricardo. Comparative advantage states that even if a country does not have an absolute advantage in any good or service, it can still benefit from trade by specializing in the production of goods and services where it has the lowest opportunity cost compared to other nations. The concept of comparative advantage highlights the importance of specialization and the benefits of trade among nations, even when one country is more efficient in the production of all goods. By engaging in international trade and focusing on their areas of comparative advantage, countries can allocate resources more efficiently, achieve greater economies of scale, and ultimately improve the well-being of their citizens. Smith's ideas on international trade and comparative advantage have had a profound impact on economic theory and policy. They provided the intellectual foundation for the liberalization of trade barriers and the establishment of global trade agreements, such as the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT, and the World Trade Organization, WTO. These agreements have promoted economic growth, reduced poverty, and fostered greater cooperation among nations. In conclusion, Adam Smith's contributions to the understanding of international trade and comparative advantage have played a significant role in shaping modern economic theory and global trade policies. His ideas emphasized the importance of specialization and the benefits of free trade, ultimately paving the way for a more interconnected and prosperous global economy. Chapter 5. Critiques and Debates. Although Adam Smith's ideas have had a profound impact on the field of economics and continue to influence economic policy around the world, they have not been without their critics. Over the years, various aspects of Smith's theories have been questioned, challenged, and debated by economists and thinkers from different schools of thought. Some of the main criticisms of Smith's theories include the labor theory of value. Smith's labor theory of value, which suggests that the value of a good is determined by the amount of labor required to produce it, has been criticized for oversimplifying the complex process of value determination. Critics argue that the value of a good is also influenced by factors such as scarcity, utility, and consumer preferences. The labor theory of value has been largely superseded by the subjective theory of value, which emphasizes the role of individual preferences and marginal utility in determining value. The invisible hand and market efficiency. While the concept of the invisible hand has been widely embraced by proponents of free markets, critics argue that it is overly simplistic and does not account for various market failures and inefficiencies. They contend that markets are not always self-correcting, and that government intervention may sometimes be necessary to address issues such as monopolies, externalities, and information asymmetries. The division of labor and alienation. Smith's emphasis on the division of labor and specialization has been criticized for its potential negative impact on workers, particularly in terms of alienation and the loss of craftsmanship. Critics, such as Karl Marx, argue that the division of labor can lead to dehumanizing work conditions, as workers are reduced to repetitive tasks and lose the sense of fulfillment and pride that comes from creating a finished product. Inequality and social justice. Some critics argue that Smith's theories, particularly his advocacy for laissez-faire policies and economic freedom, have contributed to growing income inequality and social injustice. They contend that unfettered markets can lead to a concentration of wealth and power in the hands of a few, while leaving many others behind. These critics advocate for more robust government intervention in the economy, including progressive taxation, social welfare programs, and labor protections. Despite these criticisms, Adam Smith's ideas and theories continue to be influential and relevant in the field of economics. His work has laid the foundation for much of modern economic thought and has inspired countless economists and thinkers to explore, challenge, and refine his ideas. The ongoing debates surrounding Smith's theories reflect the dynamic nature of the discipline and contribute to our understanding of the complex interactions between markets, governments, and individuals. Adam Smith's theories and ideas have played a significant role in shaping the modern economic system of capitalism. As such, the debates surrounding his work often extend to broader discussions about the merits and drawbacks of capitalism as a whole. These debates involve various perspectives, with some advocating for the benefits of capitalism, while others criticize its shortcomings and argue for alternative economic systems. Proponents of capitalism often cite its ability to generate wealth, promote innovation, and improve the overall standard of living. They argue that the competitive nature of free markets encourages businesses to be more efficient, develop new products and services, and invest in technological advancements. This, in turn, leads to increased productivity, economic growth, and a higher quality of life for society as a whole. Additionally, advocates of capitalism point to its emphasis on individual freedom and personal choice. They argue that by allowing people to make their own economic decisions, capitalism fosters creativity, entrepreneurship, and self-determination. This freedom, they contend, is essential for both personal fulfillment and the overall progress of society. However, critics of capitalism raise several concerns, including income inequality, environmental degradation, and the exploitation of workers. They argue that capitalism's focus on profit and growth can result in significant disparities in wealth and opportunity, as well as the depletion of natural resources and the degradation of the environment. These critics often advocate for more government intervention and regulation to address these issues and promote a more equitable and sustainable economic system. Some opponents of capitalism also argue that it can lead to the commodification of human relationships and a focus on materialism over more meaningful aspects of life. They contend that the competitive nature of capitalism encourages selfishness and individualism, rather than cooperation and solidarity. The debate over capitalism is complex and multifaceted, reflecting the diverse range of perspectives and values within society. While Adam Smith's theories have been instrumental in shaping the capitalist system, the ongoing discussions about its merits and drawbacks demonstrate the need for continued exploration, reflection, and dialogue about the best way to organize our economies and societies. Over the years, Adam Smith's work has been subject to various interpretations and adaptations by modern economists and thinkers. As the discipline of economics has evolved, scholars have revisited Smith's ideas and theories, re-examining them in light of new insights and perspectives. These modern interpretations often involve re-evaluating Smith's work through the lens of contemporary economic theories, as well as applying his ideas to new and emerging economic issues. One prominent example of this is the reinterpretation of Smith's ideas within the context of behavioral economics. While Smith's theories were primarily based on the assumption of rational, self-interested individuals, behavioral economists have sought to incorporate insights from psychology and other social sciences to develop a more nuanced understanding of human behavior. By examining how factors such as cognitive biases, emotions, and social influences can impact economic decision-making, these researchers have expanded and enriched our understanding of Smith's theories, such as the concept of moral sentiments and the role of sympathy in shaping economic behavior. Another modern interpretation of Smith's work involves the examination of his ideas within the context of globalization and international economic relations. As the world has become increasingly interconnected, economists have revisited Smith's theories on international trade, comparative advantage, and specialization to better understand the dynamics of global economic integration. This has led to a renewed interest in Smith's work and its relevance for addressing contemporary challenges, such as trade imbalances, global inequality, and the impact of multinational corporations on local economies. Environmental economics is another area in which Smith's ideas have been reinterpreted and applied to modern challenges. While environmental issues were not a primary focus of Smith's work, his ideas on the efficient allocation of resources and the role of markets have been adapted to address problems such as climate change, pollution, and resource depletion. By examining how market mechanisms and government policies can be used to promote sustainable development and resource conservation, environmental economists have built upon Smith's ideas to develop new solutions for today's ecological challenges. In summary, the modern interpretations of Adam Smith's work demonstrate the enduring relevance and adaptability of his ideas, as well as the ongoing importance of his contributions to the field of economics. By revisiting and reinterpreting Smith's theories in light of contemporary perspectives and challenges, economists and thinkers have enriched our understanding of his work and expanded its application to a wide range of economic issues. These ongoing dialogues and debates surrounding Smith's ideas reflect the dynamic nature of the economics as a discipline and contribute to our ongoing quest for knowledge and understanding. Chapter 6. Adam Smith's Legacy. Adam Smith's work, particularly The Wealth of Nations and the Theory of Moral Sentiments, has left a lasting impact on the field of economics and has influenced generations of economists and thinkers. His ideas have shaped the way we understand markets, human behavior, and the role of government in the economy. In this chapter, we will explore some of the ways in which Smith's ideas have influenced economic thought and how his legacy continues to be relevant today. One of the most significant contributions of Adam Smith to economic thought was the development of classical economics, a school of thought that emphasizes the importance of free markets, competition, and individual choice. Smith's ideas laid the groundwork for the theories and principles of classical economists such as David Ricardo, Thomas Malthus, and John Stuart Mill. These thinkers expanded upon Smith's ideas, refining and building upon his theories in order to develop a comprehensive understanding of economic behavior and the workings of the market. Smith's concept of the invisible hand, which suggests that markets are self-regulating and efficient when left to their own devices, has become a cornerstone of modern economic thought. This idea has been central to the development of neoclassical economics, a school of thought that seeks to explain economic behavior through the lens of rational, self-interested individuals. The invisible hand concept has also been influential in shaping economic policies, with many governments adopting laissez-faire principles and market-oriented reforms in an effort to promote growth and prosperity. In addition to his impact on classical and neoclassical economics, Smith's ideas on moral sentiments and the role of sympathy in human behavior have influenced the development of behavioral economics. By recognizing the importance of emotions and social influences in shaping economic decisions, Smith's work has laid the foundation for a more nuanced understanding of human behavior that goes beyond the simplistic assumption of rational self-interest. Furthermore, Smith's theories on international trade and comparative advantage have had a lasting impact on the way we understand global economic relations. His ideas have been instrumental in shaping trade policies and promoting the liberalization of trade barriers, ultimately leading to a more interconnected and prosperous global economy. In conclusion, Adam Smith's legacy is deeply ingrained in the field of economics, with his ideas continuing to influence the way we understand markets, human behavior, and the role of government in the economy. His contributions to economic thought have laid the foundation for the development of various schools of thought and have shaped the direction of economic policy for centuries. As we continue to grapple with the complex challenges of our modern world, the insights and wisdom of Adam Smith's work remain as relevant and important as ever. Adam Smith's work has played a pivotal role in the creation of modern economics as a discipline. By synthesizing various ideas and insights from his time, he developed a comprehensive framework for understanding the economy and its various components. This framework, rooted in the principles of free markets, individual choice, and the division of labor, has laid the foundation for much of modern economic theory and practice. In this part of the chapter, we will explore how Smith's work has contributed to the creation of modern economics. One of the most significant aspects of Smith's work is the systematic approach he took to studying the economy. Before Smith, economic thought was often fragmented, with ideas and theories scattered across various disciplines such as philosophy, politics, and history. In The Wealth of Nations, Smith brought together these diverse insights to create a unified and coherent theory of how economies function. This comprehensive approach laid the groundwork for the development of economics as a distinct discipline, with its own set of principles, theories, and methodologies. Smith's emphasis on empirical observation and evidence-based analysis also played a crucial role in shaping modern economics. By basing his theories on real-world observations and examples, Smith demonstrated the importance of grounding economic thought in empirical evidence. This emphasis on evidence-based analysis has become a hallmark of modern economics, with researchers and policymakers alike relying on data and rigorous empirical methods to develop and test their theories. Another important aspect of Smith's legacy is his focus on the role of institutions and the importance of good governance in fostering economic prosperity. Smith recognized that while markets are powerful drivers of growth and innovation, they require a stable and supportive institutional framework to function effectively. His insights on the importance of property rights, the rule of law, and sound fiscal policy have informed much of modern economic thought on the role of institutions in promoting growth and development. Finally, Smith's work has also played a critical role in shaping modern economic policy. His ideas on free markets, minimal government intervention, and the importance of competition have been influential in the development of market-oriented economic policies around the world. While the extent to which governments should intervene in the economy remains a subject of ongoing debate, Smith's work has undoubtedly played a central role in shaping our understanding of the benefits and limitations of market-based approaches to economic management. In summary, Adam Smith's legacy has been instrumental in the creation of modern economics as a discipline. His work has laid the foundation for many of the theories and principles that underpin contemporary economic thought, and his emphasis on empirical analysis and evidence-based policy making continues to inform the practice of economics today. As we navigate the complex economic challenges of the 21st century, the wisdom and insights of Adam Smith remain as relevant and influential as ever. Adam Smith's work has left an indelible mark on the world we live in today. His ideas have not only shaped the field of economics, but also had a profound impact on the way we think about markets, government, and society more broadly. In this part of the chapter, we will explore some of the ways in which Smith's ideas continue to influence our world and the challenges we face. One of the most visible aspects of Smith's impact on today's world is the prevalence of market-based economies. Smith's ideas on the power of free markets, competition, and individual choice have inspired countries around the world to adopt market-oriented economic systems. While the specific policies and institutions of these systems vary from country to country, the core principles of Adam Smith's work are clearly evident in the widespread embrace of market-driven approaches to economic management. Smith's ideas on international trade and comparative advantage have also had a lasting impact on global economic relations. His insights on the benefits of trade and the importance of specialization have informed trade policies and contributed to the liberalization of trade barriers. As a result, global trade has expanded significantly over the past few centuries, fostering economic growth, job creation, and increased prosperity for many nations. In addition to shaping economic policies and institutions, Smith's work has also had a significant impact on the way we think about human behavior and social relations. His insights on moral sentiments, the role of sympathy, and the importance of social norms have informed the development of fields such as behavioral economics and social psychology. By recognizing the complex interplay of emotions, social influences, and rational decision-making, Smith's work has contributed to a more nuanced understanding of human behavior and its implications for economic and social policy. Smith's ideas on the role of government in the economy have also had a lasting impact on policy debates around the world. While Smith advocated for minimal government intervention in the market, he also recognized the importance of public goods, infrastructure, and the provision of basic services. This balance between the benefits of markets and the need for government action has informed policy debates on issues such as income inequality, taxation, and the provision of public services. Finally, Smith's emphasis on the importance of institutions and the rule of law has had a lasting impact on our understanding of the factors that contribute to economic growth and development. His work has inspired researchers and policymakers to focus on the role of institutions in fostering stable, prosperous societies, and has informed efforts to promote good governance, transparency, and the rule of law in countries around the world. In conclusion, Adam Smith's legacy is still deeply felt in today's world, shaping our economic systems, policy debates, and understanding of human behavior. As we continue to grapple with the complex challenges of globalization, inequality, and environmental sustainability, the insights and wisdom of Adam Smith's work remain as relevant and influential as ever.